you know, I was a football player. I was playing for a club in Iran. Then afterwards, I started to study. So I did my studying in two different countries, not Iran. I was in India for my bachelor. And then I moved to England to continue. And then I was working in oil company, Iranian oil company. I was general manager of marketing. My best hobby was futsal, because I thought this sport would be moving up. Why? Because as I told you, it is cheaper than football. It doesn't need too much space.
Yeah.
It is easy to play everywhere. It is the game not looking at the season, is it sunshine or it is raining? No, you are inside.
Yes.
So these are the advantages of this sport. It is fast, it is exciting, and you would be in fact doing each and everything. So I loved it, and I thought that I should do it in my country. So I went and I talked with the Football Federation, and I said I would like to promote this sport. And you know, the president those days, 20 years ago, he gave a good chance to me. He said, okay, I will also support you to start. So since then, I called futsal as one of my sons. Because I have 3 children, I always in my interviews I say I have 4 children. My 4th children is futsal. Yeah. Really? Because I am just, you know, always with futsal. I'm paying attention to futsal. Not only on men, for ladies also. Iran ladies team is also very good. Huh? So paying attention for my daughters and for my sons. Always following up, talking with this sponsor, going for that way. You know, I did like this. Unfortunately, we had a good promotion. Of course, AFC also was helping us for this. I was in futsal committee of AFC for 14 years. And that's why, you know, in Iran or in AFC, they call me the futsal father. What we did, we paid enough good attention to the population of Iran. Iran is a thickly populated country with 85 million population. Of course, it's not compared with China, but still it's a big country, it's a large country with a thickly populated country. So I paid enough good attention to this subject and started to take futsal out of Tehran, going to the different cities, going to the villages, going to the very small cities, because when you go to other cities, in big cities like Taipei and others, they usually mostly pay attention to football, not futsal.
Yes.
So you have to go to different small cities when they do not have too much facilities for football. Because football ground preparation is expensive. But futsal is not expensive, it is cheaper than football. So it is much better to do that. And I thought that if we want to have a good futsal, we should have a good clubs. So we pushed people to start having a futsal club and giving chances to them to play with each other. So it was necessary to have a league organization. So I started league organization in 2006. And now I can tell you, we have Super League with 14 teams. We have First Division with 18 teams. We have Second Division with, again, 18 teams. We have Third Division with 48 teams. And we have Youth Division. We have too many different divisions. That's why, you know, whenever you want to play with Iran, with any age, we are ready to have national team. Because we would be going to these games and collect our players. So this is the reason. No, you know, politically we have one big problem, and that problem is United States of America.
Yes.
You know, they want to have any country as their puppet. We are not puppet of anybody. We are ourselves.
Yes.
We are living, we are working for ourselves. We are not paying too much attention to what they want. Because if you pay attention, what they want, then they want to take your wealth. They want to take your money. They want to take your each and everything. They are not, you know, saying that we want to give services. What for they have to give services to you? Because they want something from you.
Yeah.
So that's why, you know, we are not just fighting with them, but at the same time, we are not asking them to come to our country, because if they come, they would be taking something from us.
Yes.
So we have problem with them. When you have problem with them, when you talk, nobody listens, because you don't have the mic. The mic is in their hand. That's why, you know, they give a bad information about Iran. That Iran is, they said, no, Iran is safe country. Iran, everybody is safe, of course. Economically, we have problems because they have put too much pressure on us. But people are happy. They are living. They have their life. Sometimes, you know, even they make demonstrations against the government. Sometimes the people would be fighting, you know, with parliament people, that you should do this, you should that. There are many newspapers against the government. This is the freedom. This is the democracy you should have.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why, you know, they say you don't have too much political problem. No, our political problem is what we are not going to obey America.
No.
We are not to be the puppet of America. This is our main problem. If it is a main problem, yes, we have too much problem. Why we are the third position of the world? Why? If we had many problems, we could not go up like this.
I see.
See how many games we have. Before coming to Chinese Taipei, we had won 4 Nations Cup, invited Russia as a runner-up the World Cup. We invited Azerbaijan, one of the best in the world, Kazakhstan, one of the best in the world, and we played 4 nations together. So many games, many matches, friendly matches, prepared ourselves and then coming to Chinese Taipei. If we had problem, we could do it? No. So everything is normal. I don't know why they say like that, but no. If it was not normal, we were not standing up here now. You know what we have done in Iran? We have separated, because futsal is futsal, football is football. Those who are playing both, they would be in fact having problem, their knee problem. Because when you play in grass, so the pressure which comes to your knee is different from when you play in the futsal court.
Yes.
So futsal court, the pressure would be different to your knee. So your knee should be adapted for one of these, football or futsal. Moreover, these days the rules and conditions, the tactical and technical matters of football and futsal are completely different. Completely different. They are in fact having their own tactics. Speed in futsal is much more than football.
Yes.
Because the speed is too much. And the refereeing matters are completely different. So you have to make it different. You have to make. Those who are playing futsal, they are not allowed to go to football. And those who are in football, if they want to come to futsal, they cannot go back again. This is the rules. Because of themselves, because we want to keep them safe,
Yes.
not having knee problems. Yeah. You know, I'll give you a good example. You know, Korea, South Korea in football is one of the best in Asia. Why they are not good in futsal? They would just kick out within 2 games. Why? Because whenever they have futsal, they go and collect some football players, train them, and then coming for the matches. No, it is not workable. It doesn't work. They should be futsal players. They should be just reminded, you have to know only technical matters of futsal. I think, you know, academies are those days appreciated by our federation, and we give, in fact, license to whomever wants to open academies. In academies, you would be calling the boys from 7 years old, then let them play, watching them. Some of them are good for football. Okay, you send them for football. Some of them you see, oh, they have the talent of futsal. Then you pay enough good attention to them, giving them, let them play. You know, 7 up to 12 years old, only let them play. You should not just kick them, you should shoot the ball, no. Let them play. Because they would be showing their talents when they play. After 12 years old, then you separate him. Starting the tactical matters from 12 years old onward. Then around 14 or 15 years old, he would become, the player you like. Now, our under 18 teams is one of the best teams of the world, I tell you. We are going to participate in Argentina in October, next October, for the Olympic Games. This is the first session of under 18 Olympic Games of futsal. And I will tell you that we would be having a very good team. 2 teams are coming from Asia, so we are number 1. Because we are paying attention to this matter. And the coach I selected for this, he was calling 350 players from different parts of the country. They used to go to the schools, sitting and watching them, and selecting them. So now, after 350 came, they had a camp. In the camp, they could recognize, okay, this one is good, this one is not so good, okay, you can go home, you can go home, you can go home. Now there's a 30 only. They are nice by the body. They are nice by the, in fact, the brain, by the muscle. So everything should be the best among all those boys. And now they are working very hard to understand how to play. This is under 18. We have invited Ukraine to Iran, not under 18 teams, under 20 teams. We have invited Thailand under 20 to come to Iran, to play with them, because we know this team would be winner if they play with under 20 of any countries. Getting ready for Olympic. The talents, when they come, as I told you, we would be, in fact, giving the chance to them to show themselves, because their speed is very important. Their thinking of game, their brain, their decisions is very important. We're just sitting and watching them. For those who are scouting, for those who are expert, they could understand that this boy could be a good player or not. So then paying attention, talking with his parents, telling them that, okay, he could be a good player beside his studying, because parents usually would be worried about their studying.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to put myself. No, they will be talking with them. We have some people, we send them to different schools, to different academies, talking with the parents. We would be asking the boys to study well. Sometimes it happens that if the boy brings a good marks, he would be given more chance to come to the academy to play. We say these are related.
Yes.
We don't need a boy of not educated. We need the boy who is educated and good player. We never say good player is first, education is second. No. Education usually would be the first. The boy who is good educated, then he would be a good player. This is what always we say to the boys. First of all, thank you very much to your magazine that you are paying attention to the realities of what is going on here in this tournament. And I appreciate the democracy which is already seen in Chinese Taipei, that someone can come and talk with someone else without any pre-arrangement. These are the things, I'm very sensitive about, so I have to say everything. And secondly, I have to say thanks to Chinese Taipei, who is hosting us here in Taipei. But anyhow, we have some problems. Since beginning, since the first night we arrived here, we would be seeing some problems. The problems are mostly about the coldness of the rooms and the hotel in general, and the food, which is the main problem for us. Before coming to Chinese Taipei, AFC and Chinese Taipei FA, they asked for the list of the food we would like to have here. From the countries like Iran, like Bahrain, like Iraq, these kind of countries who are living in west part of Asia, their taste of the food is completely different with East. Whenever we have some guests coming from Japan, from Korea, from Chinese Taipei, from China, from many other countries, we would be trying to ask our hotel kitchen to cook some foods which are nice to you, which are accepted by your side, which are tested by your side as a nice food, in fact, the food accepted by yourself. So we expected from your side also to do the same. Sometimes when you see that the players, not only Iranian players, the players from Bahrain, the players from Iraq, the players even from China, they were not satisfied with the food. Why? Number one, the standards of AFC says that you have 3 parts for food. Is a starter, appetizer, main course, and the dessert.
Yeah.
So you don't know which is which here. For the starting, when you go, only there are some salad. That's all. And for the main course, when you look at the main course, it's only Chinese food. That's all. And only they put some French fries, which is not enough. I should feed my players to be ready to have the higher quality in the game. If the players are not having a good food, then it means there is no quality.
Yes.
And we expect Chinese Taipei, because Chinese Taipei has been the host for World Cup in 2004, I
Yeah,
believe.
2004. Yes.
So We expect this country to follow up the international rules, the international quality of the food. And we have to do something else. For example, Iraqis, Bahrainis, Iranian, they are taking food from outside. Even Iraqis, they have brought, someone from Iraq to cook food here for them. So this is not, the right things. You should not, give the chance to anybody to go to your kitchen. Kitchen is somewhere, it should be closed to everybody. Because you are responsible for the people who are having food.
Yes.
So we have to go inside the kitchen and cook for ourselves. So what is this? This is not international tournament. Even today, when we had gone for the meeting in AFC, I told them, I said the food is not good. And they said, okay, we have found somewhere to give you halal food. We said, maybe it's a good chance. But they are bringing, some water. They put some potatoes in it, some piece of meat, only like this. So it is not a food. When we say halal food, we are asking, okay, you want to give fish to us? Grilled it. The fish, you can add some, something else, like many others, like Kentucky people. Here you see, it's a McDonald's you have here. You have King, what is calling the other company. Anyhow, in McDonald's when you go, they grilled the things, putting the bread on it and give it to you. Okay, do the same thing to us. The guy said, I don't know. How it comes you don't know? You are living in this country. You should make us happy. We should enjoy when we come to your country, when the people are very kind, we see the people are very polite, very nice. The services also should be very good. Why they are this much, different from each other? So this is the really problem. And as I told you about the rooms, lobby, when you stand in the lobby, you feel just shaking like this. The hotel must be giving good services. It should be enough warm. It should be. Why I should wear like this and sitting here talking to you? Here in this atmosphere, it should be at least 25. It is 25 here? No.
No.
Downstairs in the lobby, it is sometimes below zero. It's this much cold. So these are the things we didn't expect really. For the transportation, we are satisfied. We have a liaison officer. He is fantastic. He is really very good. I'm very satisfied with him. Even Bahrain, Iraq, and others, they are satisfied with the transportation, with the liaison officers, with the services like this. We are satisfied. Of course, it is far away. It is very far away. It shouldn't be more than usually half an hour, but sometimes it takes 1 hour and something. Okay, we accept, no problem. But again, another standard is having escort, police escort with the bus going to the stadium. No, there is not any escort here. If you are locked in the traffic, nobody is responsible. It is bad. Wherever you go in other countries, the AFC would be asking the country to ask your police people, because you are the host here. They should come with motorbike. When you go to Thailand, you have the same thing. When you go to even China, you have the same thing. When you go in other countries, you have the same thing. But here we have not seen any police. You have a beautiful stadiums. Both of them are good. The services are good. The locker room is good. Of course, you don't have, in fact, VVIP You should keep VVIP over there with the chairs like this. You don't
Yes.
have,
Yeah.
because I have been in futsal and in AFC for 20 years. 20 years is a long time. I'm very expert. I have been in all over the world as a FIFA inspector or as a AFC inspector. I have seen everything. When I'm telling you these things, these are the things I have seen in other countries as well. So I don't want to blame anybody. I want to say the realities. Some people says, oh, why we come here, the earthquake? No, earthquake is an act of God. We say earthquake is the act of Allah. If Allah wants, earthquake comes. Nobody can control it. But here I think the country is enough good, ready to accept the different part of the earthquake. Because building is like this, but building never comes down. Even the building which was a little bit like this in that city, I have seen the picture. It is not in Taipei. And in that city even, when it is 6.4 degrees of earthquake, I know it is dangerous. Because I have earthquake in my country. So I never complain about the earthquake. Earthquake is an act of God, and we are all human beings. And we have to be together. We have something in our Holy Quran. We say, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Means we have to be all together, doing our hand like this to have a good tournament. Yes, that's also another problem. Of course, in other tournaments also, when we start, usually we don't have too many fans.
For futsal.
Not futsal, yes. But not like this. At least, in such a big city like here, and the people who like sport too much, I think it is bad, even if you are not selling ticket, people should come. But I think it was not good announced. It was not good, in fact, told to people, asking people to come, to support the FA, to support the country, to support your national team. Maybe from now on it gets better. But how much? I don't expect to become like for example, Thailand. In Thailand, there is a hall. Its capacity is something like 10,000 capacity.
Yes.
It is full. I was match commissioner over there for the matches of ASEAN. It was full. 100% full. So what they do is contacting people, making relation with people who are interested for a sport, asking them, come, watch, such a beautiful games we have. Some very good teams have come from other countries.
Yes.
Some of them are international teams coming and watching. But when you say nothing, people, they prefer to stay at home. What we do in Iran is sometimes like that, because our stadium is also a little bit far away from the central part of the city. So what we do is that we just agree with the general transportation company who is giving services, bus services to everybody. We say, okay, make it free of charge from this part of the city, this part of city, this part of city, to come to a stadium and taking back home. Or we would be going asking their schools, okay, we would be arranging buses for you, take the boys to come to watch the games, take the girls to watch the games. The school boys, they love to watch the games. Or high schools, they love to watch the games. This is another way. There are many other things, but you should do something. If you're sitting and looking, you cannot solve the problem. I tell you something, it is very interesting. Sometimes when you go and watch one of the interesting matches of the league, you won't find a very small place to stand even. It's full. Some people are outside, always. Always some people would be standing outside to come in, but there is no space. Some cases they sell tickets because it is too much crowded. Sometimes no, it is free of charge. But still, the fans would be coming to watch the game. They love the game. We have a special TV program for our futsal, which is very important. And I had a course in China. I mentioned about this matters, promotions, how we could make promotions. We have, in fact, award night after the league is over with TV program and giving very nice special prizes to the best player, to the best scorer, the best club, many other titles. These are, in fact, inviting everybody to join, encouraging everybody to join. So we have a very nice league, really. Our league nowadays, AFC says the Iran league is number one. So totally it is good. If you compare it with other continents, like Africa, like others, not of course Europe. Europe is almost like us. In some cases, we are even better than Europe. But still, there are some good chances to give to the countries to join futsal. There were some countries, for example, Singapore. By the beginning, they were very interested. But all of a sudden, they just give up, you know.
Yeah.
They give up. They gave up because it was not, in fact, for them economical. They look at something which is economical. If it is not economy, it doesn't have economics, in fact, advantages, they don't come. Some countries, they do not have enough good budget. They keep, you know, the main budget for football only. For example, you don't have a good futsal phase in Pakistan, in India, in some other countries. But in Afghanistan, you see that the futsal is growing up very well. Assalamu alaikum. So see, in Afghanistan, for example, futsal is growing up very well. In Iraq, futsal is growing up very well. Why? Because there are some people who are giving good hints for the futsal. And it is successful because of this matter. But in some countries, as I mentioned, well, there is not anybody who wants to, in fact, give good hints to promote futsal. And AFC even cannot do too many things. Okay, AFC usually goes to different countries making some assessments. And there is a gentleman, Mr. Ali. He is really doing very well in futsal, and he is spending a lot of time for futsal in AFC. But it's not enough. Good budget should be given by AFC. AFC should come to the countries and just telling them, okay, like a gold project, we keep some money for you to make a futsal ground, futsal stadium, and then earning money from this stadium, because when you have a stadium, people would be coming to watch it, people coming for playing, you ask them, okay, to pay something and then come. So you earn money. You invest first. First of all, you have to invest and then collecting money. So there are so many things could be done. Still, I told you, still we are much better than other continents. But we are comparing with South America and Europe. We should be better than them. This is the vision. You should have a vision for this. Our vision is becoming number one in the world. When we are number one in the world, it means we are successful.